Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, and this time, welcome to the Middle Ages. I'm finally getting around to doing a Crusader Kings Let's Play. I think this is probably going to take the place of the Cataclysm Let's Play because that's kind of pissing me off. And we're going to adventure, more or less, through this entire scope from the early to late Middle Ages. Starting with the Age of Charlemagne. We're not actually Charlemagne, as you can see, the latest version of the game. This isn't strictly the latest version of the game. I have every DLC installed except Conclave, because I can't afford it, and frankly the only reason I can afford this is because the Chinese New Year sale came. But enough of that. We can start anywhere from the early Middle Ages in 769 AD, all the way to the late Middle Ages, 1337, which I think is one of the Crusades? Which Crusade is that? Apologies, the game's a little bit slow. Oh! Yes! 1337 is the arrival of Genghis Khan. Well, I'm not sure if it's Genghis Khan, but certainly one of the Khans. Yes, achingly slowly move along. We're not going... No, sorry, no. So one of the later Khans, everything starts going to crap. Yeah, no, Genghis Khan will be 1220. So we're going to go right into the early Middle Ages. This is the time when Charlemagne becomes Charlemagne, goes from being just Karling to Carolus Magnus, Charles the Great. And also his brother, Carloman. Just a little bit of context. Charlemagne, son of Pepin the Short, yep, he suffered a form of kind of a diarchic rule, so he had to share his control with his brother, who mysteriously died, leaving him the sole ruler of the Franks. He then proceeded to expand and conquer essentially most of Europe. Well, not most of Europe. The Romans managed to conquer most of Europe, but he was the largest conqueror of Europe since Rome, which is why he claimed the crown of the Holy Roman Emperor, despite not actually being part of Rome. Rome is alive and well, not actually holding Rome. That's over in Constantinople, where what we call the Byzantine Empire, but which they just call the Roman Empire, is presently still in its high point. It doesn't really start decaying and collapsing until the end of the Middle Ages. And in fact, the end point of Crusader Kings II, which I think is, 1452, is marked by the historical point at which it all went tits up for the Byzantines, and they were finally and utterly crushed by the Ottomans. You can play as Carloman, Charlemagne's brother, and maybe not mysteriously die just as war's about to start, and maybe you can forge the Holy Roman Empire. You can be the poor sod ruling Lombardy, who is more or less just there, just waiting to be invaded by the Franks and murdered. And then of course there's all these, I think those are Muslim and this one's Hindu, I'm not sure. Dharmic, one way or another. Let's see, it's the Abbasids. Oh, I see. So this is where the Ummayads are. They're you can work to conquer the Iberian Peninsula as the Moors once did. What would he be? Would he be yes? And then you've got the Abbasids, and I think this would be the current Caliph. Yep, ruler of the Caliphate. And at this point, yes, you can start off basically ruling the Middle East. And Krishna! That's interesting. Not necessarily the Krishna, I don't think. But yes, essentially you can start out ruling all of India. But we're not going to be any of these fine historical figures. We're going to let the random ruler finder select this for us. So I've got a few rules for this playthrough. This is not a true... this is not a true Quantum Leap Let's Play. In a Quantum Leap playthrough, let's say we started as Maharaja Krishna. As soon as he dies, we randomise, we play someone else. Perhaps in Zoom. That actually sounds good. By and large, though, what we'll actually be doing is we'll randomly select someone, play them and their descendants until we've achieved some arbitrary goals I set out, or they're just no longer interesting. Then, hot bodies, find a new ruler, rinse and repeat. If it looks like we're going to do something that I've already done, I may press the randomizer a couple of times. I may even pick something if I think it's going to be quite interesting. By and large, I'm going to stay away from the ruler designer, which allows you to take the position, say in this case, the satrap of the Zumbil satrapy, jiggle it about, select a new coat of arms, and select new traits and attributes. I try not to do this because it's so easy to game the system and give yourself extra points for your traits. For instance, that was running really slow. I really should delete some things corruption space. For instance, you can start yourself with wounded for 11 extra points. Wounds heal! Like, you know, you might get ill and die, but by and large they heal and they give you a cool scar. So it's not always, doesn't always work. Mind you though, in the old version, if you were lunatic, you got 40 extra points. And it's such a fun game to play. So no, I will pull in the ruler designer if I think I can do something cool with it. Not to make an uber ruler. In fact, I'll try and maintain within normal human constraints, because you can create some plumbing gods with this. But for instance, if we end up in a position where I think it'd be interesting to try and bring, and restore the temple in Jerusalem and bring about a new Jewish age, I might use the ruler designer to create a Jewish ruler wherever we are. Or the Zunists, might decide to try and create the Empire of the Sun. Ideally before the other Empire of the Sun invades. That said though, let's take a quick look at the politics of Europe at this point. England is a frigging mess. Scotland is mostly Pictland. It's got this ongoing thing with Insigol, which is not going to get resolved in time. Ireland is a mess. It's in fact a largely tribalist mess as well. Francia is a fairly ordered mess, although it's a little complex. By and large, this may well unify into the Holy Roman Empire. The Ummayads just hold pretty much all of Iberia except for Asturias, which may or may not later fracture into other things. Okay, yes, the Byzantines are still alive and well. They're a major power. They're not to be frigged with. As for that matter, is the Abbasid Empire. This is Islam's still in its meteoric rise to power, and this is reflected. The Sunnis haven't even appeared yet and started causing trouble. India is fragmented, but relatively stable. And then, of course, there are the various steppe clans, who, for the most part, there are some big ones such as Khazaria, Turkestan, but for the most part, they're not actually conjoined into horrific hordes that will lay waste to all of Europe. And of course, Northern Europe, and Scandinavia, is a collection of fractured tribalistic states under various pagan deities. Maybe we'll play one. Who knows? And then Iceland is Iceland. So, who does the randomizer think we should play today? Oh, really? Haravoy. And we're a vassal of the Pechenegs. Okay. The Khanate of Pecheneg. We are Tengriist, so we follow the faith of the Lords of the Sky, and we are a vassal to our son-in-law, Karacan Kostas. We don't like him, but he's broadly okay with us. To the hard, we have not much in the way of vassals. We presume they have some vassals. I think we also... Haraka, that's us. Yeah. So we have 2 provinces, they have 2 provinces. We really need to look into expanding our reach, you know, becoming a little bit more. And we can. It's a nice play. We're in a reasonable position. We're not playing one of the big ones like Azaria. I once tried to play it as 2 men, which went moderately well until I encountered some actual resistance. It's pretty hard to start as a nomadic 1 province miner, but we're not going to. Okay. Haravoy it is. Let's find out who Haravoy is. Oh, I really should have stuck iron in there. Oh well, too late now. Probably be good if something horrendously crashes. Not really sure what's up here. Actually, this might be the Zoroastrians. Oh, I really should have taken a look at a religious law. Well, I can take one now, actually. Take a brief scan of the world, see what sort of faiths are dominant. But we'll do that once we've gotten a little bit acquainted with our new ruler. I apologise for how slow this runs on the computer. It is a brick of silicon. Barely works. I also apologise, I've got a bit of a sore throat. So, all a little bit in the okay? Actually, no, I don't have all the DLCs. I don't have all of the Pretty Unit DLCs installed. Because I don't have that sort of money to waste. Part of the reason I'm doing this playthrough now is that I actually own the game. It would be unethical to do a playthrough of the game that you didn't own but somehow still managed to play. And I actually really like Paradox. I'm glad that I can finally afford to to buy their game and support them, and I encourage people to do that. Goodness, this is taking its sweet time, isn't it? I don't know, maybe I'll cut through. Ah, here we go. Welcome to Crusader Kings 2. I already know this. Yeah, 1452. Oh, and now we get this little, we get these little things. So, we are a Pecheneg Tengri Khan. Being Pecheneg, we can raid infidel neighbours for loot. Being nomads, we basically have 1 province where all of our stuff is, and then everything else we can raze to the ground and turn into grazing land. Actually, this sounds quite satisfying. Okay, well, we'll see how we go, but I think I have the goals for this run-in. I have the goals for Karacan and Karacan and his lineage decided. So we can build temples. We can't really hold anything except grassland and our camps. And we don't use liege levies. We can just call our vassals to arms. Not that we have any vassals. We are a vassal, and as a tribal ruler, there's basically, I think, only 2 levels of vassalage. 2 levels of rulership. There's the Kagan, who is basically ruler, and then there's just the Karlings. And we represent the other lesser subject clans in the clan hierarchy. So we don't get vassal taxes, no it matters. We don't actually have... Nobody has to vote on laws. We can change them how the hell we like. We just... but it costs us some prestige to do so. We can revoke vassal titles. Rulers can raid infidel nobles for loot. Again. De jure law effects are ignored. Nice. We can take up to 3 concubines, but we don't have very many commanders. It's a penalty of being... every 10 years, we can also move our capital. We literally just pick up all the tents and ride off. We can dominate other entities, and they will give us the most taxes and liege levies possible. And we can absolutely be an utter tyrant. This is proper Genghis Khan style rulership. We don't, nomad vessels, not really any vassal limits. We can have as many of those as we like, well, with a limitation. I think there's a maximum. And yes, we can reform to become feudal, merchant republic, or Iqtar, which is the Islamic equivalent of feudalism, which also allows, which has lots of interesting things, Turkish-style succession, and maybe we'll play them another time. And pillage settlements, which we will be doing. We will be pillaging so many settlements in this run, and we can utterly abandon provinces to gain increased population manpower. I think that means just literally just laying waste to anything you happen to hold. We're Tengriist, so we have, it's the religion of the steppe peoples of Eurasia, particularly the Turks and Mongols. This is a pagan religion, so it's also one of the militant pagan religions. So rulers can raid infidel neighbours for loot. We've had this 3 times. You get the feeling that maybe they want you to raid infidel neighbours for loot. Priests can inherit titles. Priests can marry. So the clergy is it's an inherited clergy. Vassals don't mind if their levies are raised. They really don't. Tengris vassals are all up for war. We can again take up to 3 concubines. We lose prestige if we're at peace for too long. Like I said, like the Norse, well now Germanic paganism, they don't like being at peace for too long. Raids count though. We can reform it, which would allow us to give a religious head, which we don't currently have. With the other, if you're for instance playing Germanic pagans, you can reform it to sort of reform Norse, reform Germanic paganism by conquering all of the holy sites and the temples on those sites, and therefore, and declaring a reformation, or at least the majority of them. With Tengriism, it's not too difficult to conquer all of those. The hard part is you need to actually build the temples in order to reform the faith. Yeah, we're not good at conversion. Non-pagan missionaries are very good at conversion. We can't declare holy wars. Not that, strictly speaking, we need to, because we can usually just raid places and force them into some sort of tributary arrangement. And women can be spy mistresses. So, we have 500 cavalry. As the nomads we only field cavalry. If we take a moment and look at the horde that we can raise, it's all cavalry based. Our choices are light cavalry, heavy cavalry, and horse archers. So this army is a combination of light cavalry, just like men on fast, Arabian style horses with mostly with like spears and so on. The heavy cavalry don't have, but they'd be more armoured, chargers, destriers. They've got lancers to really drive the point home, all puns intended. And we have the horse archers, who again light armour, but they ride around causing trouble. And we're very fond of these boys, and we'll probably use them as much as possible. It's important not to mix up your heavy cavalry and your horse archers. They have different approaches. It's useful to move different ways. So, who can we have in command? We can put Temir, the marshal, in the central flank, and have Sul in the left flank. We don't presently have a right flank. His character is a scholarly and bookish disposition. Interesting. Oh yes, and of course, let's find out who we are. So, we're Khan Karacan of Haravoy. We were born sometime in 721. We didn't bother to... No, we can't actually remember the date. We were born in a village somewhere. People weren't interested in this sort of things, and then eventually our village was conquered by our master, Kagan Kostas, and proving ourselves as a capable commander, we eventually made our way up, formed our alliance of clans, and became the Khan of Haravoy. Which I can assume is Duchy, Kingdom. No, not really anything there. Alright, in that case, I've actually no idea why we are Haravoy. What even is Haravoy? Is it just the name of the clan? Oh right, so it's a titular title. We don't actually have any de jure control. Fair enough. But yes. Nomadic, Tengri, Pechenik. We have 3,000 people in our clan. We can get up to a total of 6,900. We want to increase this. And the way we increase this is by, well, conquering new grazing land, because we're all about raising cattle. We have our 500 horsemen in the horde, a little bit of wealth, a little bit of prestige, a little bit of piety. We're apparently an extremely gifted steward. I can only assume that it wasn't so much our command skills, but our logistical skills that got us, made the Khan of the clan. I think we've known quite a few Zoroastrians, and I think the Manichaeans basically, I think, is the sort of dominant form of Zoroastrian over here at the moment. But yeah, so we've known Zoroastrians, we've been near them. Our master, in fact, I think, is Manichaean, a Zoroastrian heresy. So yeah, we have a bit of sympathy for on account of knowing our liege fairly well. We're too trusting. This is a problem. We're shy. I think we like to stay out of our box. And we are, yeah, we're a bit of a snake. We're deceitful. We're not very good at it as well, unfortunately. And all of this has led us to become quite angry and cruel. So yeah, we're not a great guy, but we might be a good enough guy. Do we have any great ambitions? Well, isn't it? We can choose to amass wealth, become exalted amongst men, or get married. I think getting married would be a good start. We need to acquire a wife, sire more children. Presently, we have a daughter. I'm pretty sure that. Oh yeah, the new set. I'm not familiar with the screen. It's changed along with what's it called? Conclave. Although I don't have Conclave, but they still updated it. So yes, only male inheritance. Sorry, daughter. The Kagan's primary heir, still a child. The Kaganate's lost one of the clan chiefs. Clan chiefs with more prestige than the heir get claims in the Kaganate. Right. Okay, so yeah, adults have precedence over children, but basically, the son or brother with the most prestige will inherit. Laws, obligations. Oh, I see. Yeah, we can move through different laws. Sure, that's right. Okay, no pretenders. I'm just curious, actually. Who's the present heir? My grandson. But okay, well, if he should die, let's be honest here. We're not sneaky. We haven't really got any chance of doing it. But if he should die, we would become Kagan. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, right now we really want to acquire the best, the best prestige we can. Still though, getting married. Ah yes, we can. Our heiress, Kelgil, who is awful. Dear Lord, That is a horrendous son. I definitely need to get him murdered as soon as possible. Right, well, who can we... So we don't... Okay, so if we get married to these people, it will result in a non-aggression pact with Tumen. But I want to get married, and I want to conquer Tumen at some point. So... what faith is Bolgar? Okay. I can work with this. Do you have any fun daughters anywhere? Alright, as much as I like political marriages, I think we're gonna have to marry our son off to someone... my religion group... culture... Yeah, we can use this convenient menu here to find appropriate individuals. We need non-married, non-ruler women. So, for instance, we could marry this lady off to our heir. I'm not going to try and do that. I'm going to see if there's a better option somewhere else. Okay, I think we need my religion full stop. My religion group isn't going to be too helpful. Oh no, she's 70. That's no use. Okay, we need... Okay, we're looking for genetic... Since we're doing this, we're not going for a marriage. Oh no, there's not really any favourable genetic traits. I mean, there's the beautiful one, but I think we're just going to have to go with the skilled one instead. Right, so... Oh, well, it's going poorly. Right. Infamy. Infamy is a measure of how feared a realm is. If value increases above 25%, nearby rulers might form a coalition to hinder further expansion. Oh, okay. It decreases over time. No, it shrinks. I think we're going to get very infamous then. So yes, I'd like to arrange her marriage to my son. Calgil is... Selgil? Calgil? I'm not sure. Is going to... Yeah, he's not going to be prestigious. But I don't want him to be prestigious. I want him to be easily swayed, frankly. Right. Now, I need marriage. So... who would be the most appropriate? Tobol? Tumen? Bozok? That's in Yard Creek. That is one of the targets though, isn't it? Alright, Karamissi now, Swami. Swami's not a lot of fun. Magyar! What about the Magyar? Do they have anyone? No, I think I'm definitely going to need a political marriage then. But the joy is I can have a political marriage and oh, there's some terrible choices here. Right, and that would Ranboyak or Tobol. Yeah, that's gonna non-aggression pact me, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna have to marry someone unprestigious, which is gonna really hurt our prestige, but we can make that up with conquest. Yeah, like that's our prestige is going to take an absolute. It's just going to sky it, just dive. This lady I can take is a concubine. I can conquer more, and acquire more concubines later. That's something I can do. But for the moment, I think we need as many We just need all the best concubines we can take. Asking for one from that guy. It's too far away. Too far away, too far away. That lady seems cool. We'll take her as a concubine as well. I think 2 concubines will do for the moment. Yeah, we're doing a lot of preparation before we even start. This is often the way of these things. So, now we need to figure out who we want to expand into. Who are those fellas? They don't even show up. And Emirate of Kiva. What sort of power do they hold? Less than you would think, ultimately. That is interesting. Is it? Yes, it's all actually only a, I'd say, duke level province. Huh. Perhaps it simply doesn't have enough duchies to form a kingdom. Still though, this borders us, it's quite satisfying, and there are few enough that we could just conquer them outright. I mean, let's say for a moment I wanted to actually declare war, which I don't necessarily. I could conquer... Okay, I could just conquer Chuck outright. That would work. And then I can just raid the rest of it afterwards. Alright, so yeah, we're playing quite an aggressive game. That's fine, it's what you'd expect. Right, I've been nattering on for about 30 minutes, we should just start. So, let's get our fellows class done. We're going to need a fair bit more manpower before we can be raising more of these fellows. So let's pop the game speed up a little bit. Excellent. She's just getting married. We need the prestige more than we need the wealth. Oh! And finally, is that guy moving? Yes. I can acquire a focus, which will change. It'll give me, it'll give me a bonus to, the various things I'm doing, but to my stats. But it also unlocks other opportunities. It's going to rule my life for 5 years, though. I need lots of sons. Sons are good. Even if I don't. I mean, do I need that many sons? I'm not playing Patricia. So really, I only need a couple of good sons. In that case, I think we have a weakness. I think we're weak in terms of scheming. We could definitely do with protecting ourselves against plots, and potentially murdering our lord. Oh yeah, we can take a quick look at the clan politics. There's just 2 clans. We very much like us, and there's not really any sentiment against us. Full stop. We actually have a bit too many clans, really. How's that? Ambitions, then. Wealth or prestige? I like wealth, that's the thing. Prestige would be useful. Yeah, that's it. No, prestige, because the diplomacy bonus. Bear into our contract. Fantastic. Time. The downside of the steppes is that everything is massive. It takes a very long time to get anywhere, which is why we have this chiefly horse-based army. A steppe, or a steppe. This is Samarkand, is it? And who's he fighting? He's fighting the Karacan of... Oh good lord, so the Abbasids are... Okay, so the Abbasids attacking Balochistan. Oh. Poor Kalat. And that's... the Marspanate. The Marspanate? Really? Yeah, so he's defending against the Caliph, which is that guy's technically part of the war with. He is attacking the Yabguids, and he's trying to seize power there, seize some land there, which is great because I have, you know, I actually need to do the other. Unfortunately, he's also a tributary of the Caliph, which could bring the Caliph into this. The Caliph, by comparison, has 7,000 troops and may protect his vassal. That's problematic. Alright, we can always wipe peace out of this if everything goes, you know, tits up. Say, does the Silk Road running through here? The Silk Road does run through here. In fact, the Silk Road runs through my provinces. If I had the wealth, and yes, if I had the wealth and I had any sort of trade post limit, I could actually build a Silk Road. That'd be lovely. I don't. I certainly don't have anything that would actually benefit from the Silk Road, so maybe not. Right. Oh no, we're not far. I think it's time for us to declare war. It's a few days before we arrive, so... when do we arrive? We arrive... 7th of March. Okay, well how about we call it a couple of days before we arrive. There we go. 2 days of warning. You send a messenger ahead. Hello, we're invading Shah. Could we make an invasion? Oh no, we don't. We and we don't actually have enough prestige. Yeah, to engage in a large-scale subjugation. So, Shah it is. 30. Yeah, it normally runs a bit slow. Is that, like, I'm on maximum speed, this should be just flipping away as fast as possible. No. Well, that was just entertaining. Oh no, all 10 dudes. Right, so here's the question. Am I fighting the Caliph? I don't appear to be fighting the Caliph. Now I can sit here and I'll conquer that in a few months. But I think we can do it. Sadly, I can't just I can't actually just raid more provinces. Otherwise I really would. Does this guy have enough raise Chak? No, I think I'm going to need to own Chak in order to raise it to the ground. Alright then, our goal is to find this guy's... Oh! 1,000 troops. He's really improved things now, hasn't he? We need to get there in time. And, yep, the Karacan has declared on Tobal. Lovely. interesting. Oh yeah, who is our council? I haven't really looked. Our spymaster kind of hates us, so... Our concubine definitely hates us. Oh, this guy. What a... Oh, he's a commander. Yeah, this guy, I think I just want to make sure that he's... this guy's Kundan. I just want to make sure that he's not likely to betray me. So we'll get there 4th of May, he'll get there 10th of May. Alright. Steppe, so I think we have the advantage. This is going to be an interesting fight. But a much delayed one because of how much time it bloody takes to get in. Oh, do those guys don't have to do. Okay. We've been called to arms. Of course we have to answer our call to arms. We don't actually have to commit any troops to our call to arms, though. It's an important thing to remember. And the war... Okay, the fight has begun. Well, both sides' right flanks didn't really do anything. Our... Sorry, left flanks even. Our left flank is going against their centre, our central flank is going to the centre, their right flank is going against ours, so... Sorry, right flank and right flank. Okay, so we're doing the harass swarm. Good for the horse archers, good for the light cavalry. Nice. And we're flanking. We're doing the same. They're going for volley tactic, bringing up their archers. They have not that many archers actually, it's not really the best they can do. They've got 12 guys and they're just going straight into the shield wall formation. With a slight bonus from flanking. So, 24 morale and damage, 4 and 5 morale and damage, 32. You know, I think somehow we have this one. Oh good lord, disorganised harass? How incompetent is my commander? I'll definitely do better than that. Anyway, so we have a few days of pursuit. The Battle of Ishtikon. We lost 7 guys, they lost nearly 200. I think we might have that. June and May. We'll get to Carlo on the 23rd of May. How long would it take me to do that? The 29th of June. They're in a shattered retreat. I think I could stay here and conquer their capital, but I don't care to. I care to return. Now that I've brought their total troops down, what's the only bit? And we still have 300 guys for them to try. No, you're right. Yes, you, who I'm talking to, the viewer. You're right. I'm going to take the time to conquer just a little bit more. He's going to get that territory from the Turbans, which is going to strengthen the clan leaders' prestige and power. That's true. But I'm going to take a fortress. I'm then going to raze it to the ground and plunder it for everything it's worth. Are they still in their shattered retreat? Goodness. I didn't even attack them. I wonder what the rules for a shattered retreat are. Because normally I can pursue these guys immediately to wherever. Apparently. Okay, they're no longer in a shattered retreat. But I'm not going to get there in time. Yeah, Tobal's basically done. Well done, Master. Heading to Michigan. Alright, so they're still in Shattered Retreat mode. Fine. And I'm going to take out what they've got in Samarkand and head back up because that's... yeah, they're just doing a full-scale retreat. It's not helpful. It's a waste of time for me to pursue. Evidently some of the rules of the game have changed because I wouldn't classically be able to do it. Yeah, classically I'd be able to just chase them down and conquer them. But apparently not. Let's sod all this. We're going straight back up. And lay down a siege in Church. We've spent far too much time. I mean, the war's now been going for what, 7 months? Yeah, I should have won this by now. Let's not waste our time. Has he actually brought his master in? No, he hasn't. Tributary arrangements are typically a bit one way. I suppose we shall meet them again one day. How's this fella doing? So I can apparently spy on people and free them from captivity. Let's... he needs to be an adult. If I spy on my master. Yes, I will not see what he's hiding. I dare say we'll find out. Oh, Khazarians are on the war. So much for the Abbasids, though. I feel I might have put paid to them a touch. I've not actually used the intrigue focus before, so it'd be interesting to find out. Some of the other focuses are quite fun, in particularly the business focus, which I've used a few times whilst playing Merchant Republics. Those are always good for a laugh. See, the problem with playing one of the Khans is that it does take a blooming long time to get anywhere due to the sheer size of the steppe. Oh, we finally moved a single province. In fairness, this is the province we were after. A true fight shall begin. Glory, glory to us all. Alright then. What have they got? Largely archers and light infantry. Oh, heavy infantry. Nice. Of course we plan to utterly ruin them. Right, and they've crossed a river to get to us. Not the best of plans on their part. Still though, they're doing fight that. What? What exactly happened to my man? Did he just die off the bat? Ugh, great, so there's an utter moron running the flank now. It's the last thing we need. And goodness, what is going on? Keep going spy on him for now. Right. That didn't work out for us. Oh, and we're now drawing even in the battle. Oh wow. So it forces a retreat all the way home? That is nasty. Okay, so we will reinforce within about 3 months, which is nice. But we also lose a massive amount of... it also really sets back our campaign. Oh, right, so that's the nature of the Shattered Retreat. We have to go all the way... Not even back to our capital, all the way back to our Overlord's capital. Yeah, because I imagine he's dead. Wonderful, we're going to have to acquire a new soldier. We don't actually even have enough prestige to promote a commander. Ugh. Invite a noble then. Anyone would do. Right, that's why we don't actually have any bloody things, is it? And we're the Marshal of Peshnek, which is why, really, we're the Marshal, not the Steward. And that is why we aren't leading our own flanks. Ugh. Such embarrassments. As we make him a commander, at least we have one. I'm surprised we haven't actually reinforced. We only reinforce when we're not in a shattered retreat. Is that how it works? A grandson. Lovely. Sons and brothers, that's the one. Sons and brothers. Right, so if we're no longer just going to be rolling around like morons, perhaps we can begin. Right, I imagine I'm going to lose a bit of that manpower now, because I need to reinforce everything. So, the war's been dragged out to the second year by virtue of a single defeat and the goddamn stupid mechanics of this thing. Right, so apparently I need to engage my own retreat in order to do this properly. Fine. What it really needs is the organisation skill. Sorely tempted after a while to adjust our focus to war and then just do this ourselves. Because it is solidly embarrassing. Right, is there a river between there and Otrar? There is not. Now, if we could please attempt to run a decent campaign, it would all be very much improved. Quartan is no longer the command. I'm sure by now we must have acquired the bloody sort of soldier. Cool. Cool. Cool and Costa cities then. They're at least halfway competent and nothing else. This is turning into a bit of a debacle, isn't it? Debacle? You know, I'm never sure myself. All I know is that that fella's apparently regenerating his forces on Kimak. Not sure where that is. Melchior, Tolbol, must be somewhere nearby. Right, this time. Okay, so we decimated the left flank off the bat, which is good. Now that our right flank is actually being led, good, and that's just ruined the rest of them. And yes. Okay, so that bit of back and forth is over. They're in a shattered retreat, so there's nothing. So it's pointless to pursue them. Wife has taken a passion for romantic poetry. Yes, all right. She can become a little bit more lustful. I don't mind. Now, part of the reason I've gone to the trouble of trying to take this romantic literature apparently worked. Oh no, I can actually hit it from there. Never mind. I suppose I can pretty much only hit the Manichaeans, but I can hit a lot of the Manichaeans. Let's look at how built up Oshwana is. Right, Jund, Oshwana, Banjikat. This. Something in Iranian culture. This territory here. I decided to grant us the county of Kimak in recognition of our spirit, service, and nobility of spirit. Really? Kipchak, Kimak. Oh, fantastic! I feel a little bad spying on my father-in-law after all. Yeah. So there's a reasonable expectation that we can grow. And yeah, growing is exactly what we'll do. Oh, excellent! Spying on people isn't necessarily the best route we could be taking anyway. I think he's essentially just not much luck. Alright, what about... No, it needs to be an adult. Honestly, there's not a great deal of... I think we might lose the intrigue way of life sooner or later. It's not terribly fun. Oh, we can choose a force. It's fitting for a strong passionate lord to have a strong force. You can go out and choose a personal force from the land. If I choose to do so, I also invest in suitably impressive equipment. I'm going to the herd to choose a strong and powerful warhorse. We look around with expert eyes and eventually spot a steed to stand out from the rest. It is strong and has a powerful bearing. As you mount your new steed, you feel certain that you've made the right choice. All that remains now is to give it a suitable name. What shall it be? Dragon, sky, arrow, or lightning? I think Karacan is an archer, so arrow it will be. As a horse, it is straight to the point. Every 12 days. So we're looking at 120 days. Yeah. That's what, 4 months? Well, we'll stretch on entirely too long for my liking, but we'll have the good fortune of... Yes, our manpower growth is going to boom accordingly, I think. all of the empty holdings really just sort of push up our ability to keep growing, keep gaining more population, more manpower. What's our manpower growth based on? Multi-bearing progress percentage. Okay, so our max increases on. Right, there we go. Our maximum manpower is based on our total population. Our population increases the more of these dudes we have. Good lord! Danya on the Yavgui. Oh hell! Oh damn it! Oh, this is what the Karacan does. It just thoroughly interferes in my business. Hey, I have no quarrel with you. Please don't. God damn it. Back to this business all over again. Oh, I'm pissed off about that. So, before I can even take this bloody thing, my own Karacan gets into the fucking... No! No, I'm not 100% happy about joining this fucking war. Oh, you tit. Utter tit. And what's his opinion of us is? I'm defending my titles. Oh. Fine. I'm already in the war. Nothing I can do about it, is there? Oh, you tit. Fantastic. So you pick a war with a vastly superior foe. What, just to fuck me off? An absolute titwanker. And now I can't bloody replenish any of my manpower. Yes, lovely daughter, wonderful. I'm so pissed off with my... This guy is going down. Like... Good. I should fucking start a feud on him. Just lay waste to the once and for all. Maybe I'll wait until he's been weakened and do it. Not happy about that. Freaking bloody. Oh, and of course he's going to just set. I'm going to park some troops on my damned province, are you? Yeah, you better come and defend me. Oh no, you're not going to defend me. You're heading off to freaking Turgay. Oh. Well, I hope you get butchered by these damned Karlings. Is it more than you deserve? I'm not coming until December. You can fight your war. You can lose your war. Don't tell me he's coming to us. 28th of December. He'll have reached him. Point I won't kill him. Right? Oh, you. That is it. I am fucking disputing your claim. I am murdering you. Do we have anyone who would support now? Anyone at all? Even with money? Not even with money. Plot likes them, hates me. Are you sure, daughter? Some money wouldn't help? It would only. It really would. Stubborn. Oh, I wish I could just end this man. He angers me so. Wonderful, so I'm losing my conquest of Chuck because I was forced to retreat after our men were butchered as a result of a war my freaking Karacan started. You know what? Whether I want planted freaking now or not. Dude. Unless you're dragged into a feud. Yes, dragged into a feud. Again, Kostas of Pershenik and his people have hunted on our lands, stolen our sheep and kidnapped our women. This even though they know very well the boundaries between our clans. They truly are despicable and would betray us instantly if given the chance. Beware the havoc, singular. They are without honour. You know what? Declaring a feud, kind of a big thing. Absolutely worth it. Still stung. Turn the other cheek. Worth it. Worth it for the patience. So, now don't tell me you're just... Do not tell me you're about to freaking... Right, we'll go this way around. It's bleak, but I don't want to get into a fight with the vastly superior army. Oh, if only I could do a separate piece with them. That's not really how it works. Oh, I hate these people so much. Incidentally, is there anything I can do to increase population growth? Very slightly. Oh, 702, maybe he has some retinues. Right, so 20th... Okay, so he'll be on the 23rd of May, but I will be gone by the 13th. Lovely. Because I'm so damn pissed off by these people. Oh, don't. Okay. Not long now. Nearly there. Oh, come on. Disorganized harass? Really? Are you utter morons? You are. You're utter and complete morons. Why do I employ you? What is wrong with you? You utter tits. You complete and utter tits. Stop following that guy. What? A raid? Really? Ah. Morons. Yep, and now it's a rabble retreat. Wonderful. So, every time I'm even close to God's damned resolution to this war, my my master goes and fucks it up for me. Already in a war. It's not going to last. Because yeah, and well she would be, but can't trust her. That's the problem. Oh. I will murder you. I will murder you in your sleep. Don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'll find a way. If this continues long enough, I'll just duel you in a fight. I can do that, you know, eventually. 1774. We'll give up this spying nonsense. In fact, no. You know, we're going to spy on him again. Because I hope there's something I can use to kill the bastard. By now... Oh, lovely. By now, I could have fielded an entirely new army. But no! No! That would be too easy! Couldn't possibly have a decent fight without my... Without one problem. There's Tobol right there. There's Bashkiria. There's the Karlings. And you went to war over a piece of freaking grassland. And now I'm ill. Now I'm ill. Oh my, by the great Tengri in the sky, I will frigging end you. What the madness now is coming to face me. It's the last bloody thing I need. Yes, yes. I probably won't even have enough men to make this fight now. And end up walking into yet another freaking... Right, that's it. I need a damn soldier. If I can find someone who hates their master, who's not too distant to interact with, maybe convince them to come over to my side and fight for me. Because that's sort of the... Thank you. Because that's sort of the thing. I need someone... even just barely competent to... Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that's one. That was Bulgar. Wow. How about Bulan? How's Bulan? Sort of either ways, really. Ah, Boozer. He's slothful, which isn't great. And doesn't like us. We'll see if there's someone cheaper. Boozer is probably our best bet. If we send him a gift, invite him. Right, we're going to have 2 new commanders, I think. who's already. Bulgar. And now he's a commander. Excellent. Right. So, Bulgar leading the charge. What was that? Oh, and that's it. Wonderful. I swear. Goddamn goddamn cover. I actually need to ask, did he get into this war? Is that how this happened? Persian conquest of Syria as well. Oh, that's surprising. Okay, so in fairness, you know, the Karlikids were coming for us. They weren't there. It's kind of a problem, but yeah. Actually happier? That's sort of the problem, isn't it? Alright. I need to run my commander though, don't I? Court chaplain. What was my Sunday court chaplain? Honestly. Can't actually remember who. Kure? Kegen, Idli, Sibel, Tartus, Costas. Right, Costas and Alama has positions, so move those positions. Spy Mistress can be Kundal. Hopefully, we can. No, I can't bribe her. It's going to be interesting. And makes her designated regent. Fine. Whatever it takes. I just need her broadly on my side. Present wife is a bit better. That's sort of the problem. It's cruel, envious, lovely. Huh. Become her lover, maybe. Wonderful. So the most skilled spy mistress, my concubine, is also hates my guts. Anyway, Buga there. He's marshal. He's our best fighter. He's a deceitful, humble and chaste, and a very skilled tactician, which is good. Oh no, don't come after the frigging... He is. That's what he's planning. I have no desire to fight that army. None whatsoever. Lovely daughters. You know what I do have a desire to do? I have a desire to see that freaking bastard murdered. And what? So Bashkiria is now fighting us. This man who is nominally our master, who is the most incompetent strategist I have ever known. Again, I'll just be out. Just in time to get murdered. How long has he dragged this war out for now? 4 years. 4 years to take one province because every time I try to take it, the absolute bastard does something to ruin it. Lovely, daughter. I'm killing him. I'm making war on him and I'm killing him. Don't care about anything else. Man dies. Preferably by my hand, but I'll take just an arrow to the back as well. Oh, don't you dare. Oh, come on. And that's it. That was it. Maybe we can get a white piece out of this. Who knows? No, he's going to take a bloody... Oh, nothing, isn't he? Right. Someone needs to die. Okay, I'm calling it for them. Because... Oh! It's been a bit over an hour. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I need to eat something. And I need to murder this fucker as soon as I can. So long for now, gents. Ladies and gents. Perhaps next time we will return to the adventures of Khazar... Khazar. Is it Karacan? Yep. And maybe we'll see an end to this. It won't be a good end. We're going to lose horrendously unless we can somehow pull this out of our rears at the very last moment. Possibly by murdering our liege. Anything that sees our liege dead in a pool of his own blood and vomit, I would consider a good ending to this scenario.